We love Kendall. She's sweet, she's usually not insanely problematic, and her hip bones can be used as a utility knife, so she's handy in a pinch. Of the entire family, usually racked with drama, complicated love lives, business woes, and everything in between, Kendall is where we get to relax, to wind down, to take a break from the chaos.
You have to think about what you're asking for because money doesn't grow on trees.
Yes, it does. It's paper.
Kendall is our North Star, right? Wrong! We want the mess. We want the drama. We want the broken families. It's reality TV, and reality TV only works when something or someone is broken. You know who understands that very well? Kris Jenner. We're not saying that means she loves her daughter less than she loves the others. We're just saying that might be why she seems to connect with the others a little bit more. And while we've got your blood racing with Kardashian hot gossip, why not check out a live event? Go to SeatGeek.com and use the promo code TTC for $20 off your first order. We're gonna run through all of the ways Kendall Jenner is truly the odd one out in the Kardashian family, why Kris Jenner has a hard time accepting that, and why we just can't get enough of this dynamic. Par for the course, the best way to talk about Kendall is to first talk about her relation to her sisters. Kendall Jenner is the second youngest of her sisters and has 5 siblings. The rest of the family includes seriously intense characters that are hard to miss, while Kendall has a tendency to blend into the background.
I used to be the one who was so independent. I was always kind of by myself in a good way, but now it's like fully flipped.
Her younger sister is a firecracker with a knack for making the headlines with her radical plastic surgeries and her tumultuous love life. Her older brother, who's tried to stay out of the spotlight just as much, if not more than Kendall, has been dragged back in due to his relationship with Blac Chyna and all the mess that surrounded her lawsuit against the Kardashian family. Then, of course, we have the big 3. Khloe, Kim, and Kourtney. They might as well be the plastics at the high school that is the Kardashian clan.
This is very hard to watch. This is embarrassing, you guys.
Ugh. The Kardashians versus the Jenners?
Yeah, but let me serve.
They cast a pretty big shadow, and in comparison, Kendall is honestly pretty small potatoes. Doesn't mean she's bad potatoes. Ain't no such thing as a bad potato. It's just that maybe not all potatoes are billion-dollar business potatoes. And I think what I'm trying to say, as delicately as possible, is that Kendall Jenner is indeed a tater tot. Kylie has Kylie Cosmetics, Kim has Skims, Khloe has Good American, even Kourtney has Poosh, and we don't even know what the heck that is. These girls run the world. They are heading billion-dollar companies. They are the definition of bad B energy.
Is it fair to call her self-made?
I think she's self-made because, I mean, listen, my girls, you can say that certain things have been handed to them, but it takes a lot of work to do. Yeah, I'll do it.
And here's the thing, so is Kendall, just in her own smaller, more private way. But there's one person that quiet, private, conservative success will never ever be good enough for. And that is Mama Kris Jenner.
Say what you want, but I know what's best for my kids and my husband.
We've all heard the stories, the rumors, the secret back channel gossip of how much of these girls' successes Mama Kris has had a role in. It's the talk around town that Kris Jenner can be credited with the girls' successes about as much as the girls can be credited themselves. She demands nothing short of world domination. And for most of her children, she pretty much got there. But it just doesn't seem like that's what Kendall Jenner wants. For someone like Kris Jenner, you can probably guess that causes a bit of tension and strife. It's even harder when you consider that Kris Jenner is also on Kendall's payroll. From the start of her kids' careers, not only has she had a familial interest in her kids becoming successful, but she's also had a financial interest as well.
Is it more than 6 figures if it's Kim or Kylie?
Maybe.
When you're making 10 to 15% of every deal closed, having one of your clients sit out isn't necessarily gonna fly, especially when you're a known kingmaker like Kris Jenner. And when you're a kingmaker like Kris Jenner, scandals are just as much a part of the business as modeling gigs and TV shows. Unfortunately, Kendall just does not do scandals. She has come out of her even most nightmarish PR scandals, Pepsi, just as chill and unscathed as she was when she went in. And we know from experience that the fastest way to skyrocket a Kardashian career is to pummel it to the ground first.
I genuinely feel like I have no idea how I'm gonna bounce back from it.
This is the first time you've had a scandal. The only thing you can really do is just be like real and honest, because you can't ignore it.
Along with that pro-level momagering at the career level, Kris has also made it very clear that she wants lots of new family members very fast. Kendall is the main holdout, but she said that she's just not ready. She's talked about this in interviews and testimonials, saying, 100% my mom is pressuring me to have a baby. For Kendall, it's not a no and it's not a yes. She says that she gets baby fever a lot of the time, but she's, quote, just chilling. She goes on to say, I'm just living my life as free as a bird. A free bird. Does that sound like the spawn of Kris Jenner to you? As you can imagine, Kris has pushed Kendall several times, apparently texting Kendall randomly saying things like, just friendly reminder, and Kendall responding with, is this not up to me? Honestly, that's a great question because everything else in these girls' lives is run by Mama Kris, and I expect that Kris expected that she'd be granted the same amount of control over the girls' personal lives too.
Did you trademark the term momager?
I did.
Listen, Kendall knows what she's doing. She's the classic black sheep, and being the black sheep for the Kardashian family means you get to lead a pretty normal life. She's told Harper's Bazaar in 2017, quote, I've always been the different one. She was talking about her style, her fashion, which leans more towards jeans and t-shirts than the elaborate dresses and statement pieces her family wears. But in 2016, she told Vogue, quote, I've always been super different from all of my sisters, especially my Kardashian sisters. She continued on to say, they've always been into the glam thing and dressing up every day and being in the thick of it. Part of me loves that, but at the same time, I love dressing down and having my private life.
Kendall said they were too big yesterday.
Are you talking about her lips? I don't know why you guys are even freaking out. No one needs anything. Everybody's beautiful.
She also doesn't have the same body type as her sisters and acknowledged to The Telegraph, quote, my sisters are a lot curvier than me. Growing up being this little twiggy girl, I saw my sisters and always thought, oh no, am I supposed to be sexy like them? This could also be why Kris Jenner connects with the other girls a bit more than she connects with Kendall. Being the odd one out only puts so much bread on the table, and Kris Jenner loves herself some bread. Kris Jenner built this brand that Kendall seems to be avoiding at every step. It's not that she's just being different, she's actively going in a direction that Kris didn't choose. Danger, Kendall. But Kendall's relationship with her parents have been strained for quite a while now. In 2014, she opened up about how hard she took her parents' divorce, saying, quote, it sucked.
We kept a lot of it from you, though. Like we were like a little team.
But she also said she tries to think of it as it's not the worst thing that could have happened. For a while, when she was super young and she was still on the Kardashian straight and narrow, things between the second youngest Jenner and the rest of the fam were more even. She mentioned to 17.com, quote, I'm still so close with both my mom and dad. She also said, nothing has really changed for the fact that now my dad lives on a beach, which is awesome. That's not a bad thing. Everyone's happy. But as she more and more started steering clear of the beaten trail, the more distant she got with both of her parents. When the news of Caitlyn Jenner's transition hit the airwaves, the company line in the Kar Jenner household was that no one saw it coming. Not the case for Kendall, who, in telling Vogue that everybody in the family knew in some way, basically called Kris and her sisters liars. And let's not forget that when Keeping Up with the Kardashians started, she was just a kid. She had no choice whether or not to do the show and go along with the 15-year business plan Kris put in place for her.
My little sister and I are baby bosses. We are basically are on our way to rule the world. So you can expect that.
Kendall is a powerhouse. We love her, we follow her. She has millions of dollars and fans, and we can only talk our talk about her life so much before we have to admit that she's got it pretty good. That leads me to one question. Was it all on purpose? A modeling career and a reality TV career don't really mesh. So did our good sis Kendall push Kris away to get the career that she wanted? To be honest, I've had worse predictions. Listen, Kris's relationship with Kourtney, Khloe, and Kim may be simpler and their interests may align, but mom is always gonna be mom. These two ladies love each other, and no matter how Kendall ranks on the business pyramid, she'll always be mommy's little girl.
You don't feel like you've given anything up?
I think I've gained closer relationships with my kids and experiences, being able to have the best home movies in the entire universe.
I'm Eric Myrick with The Things. Share your thoughts on Kendall's place in the Kardashian clan in the comments below.